Have you ever struggled to get your Airflow tasks to run in right order? In this tutorial, I'll show you how to create task dependencies in Apache Airflow. Whether you are building a complex pipeline or simple two-task pipeline, this video will give you the skill to do it with confidence. After this tutorial, you will be able to build complex pipeline, this one or even this one. I will walk you through a live example step by step. So how to define task dependencies, connect them in Apache Airflow. So in Apache Airflow, there are two ways to define task dependencies. The first way is using bit operator. There are other way. So task expose two method. One to set the upstream task and the other to set downstream task. I'll just show you the method. This one is for upstream and we also have a downstream, set downstream. But for the purpose of this tutorial, I will use the shift operator. If you need set up upstream and set up downstream example, please do let me know. I'll try to create a separate video on that. Okay, so what we want to achieve in this video, I have this graph view of a DAG where I have first task which has two downstream tasks, task 3 and 2, and we have task 4 which depend on task 2 and 3, and task 5 depend on task 4. This is what we want to achieve in this live example. If you remember in our previous video, we created our first Airflow pipeline. I'll extend that pipeline to achieve this DAG. For the purpose of simplicity, I will again use batch operator for this tutorial also. So let's change task ID here to task 1 just to keep everything in sync. I'll also store this in task 1, and if you recall this graph view, we have 5 tasks. So I'll just copy 4 more tasks and then I'll update the task ID for all of them. Take you to UI and I'll show you. So I'll just refresh our DAG. So you can see we have 5 tasks, but they do not depend on each other. Let's start setting dependencies between them. If you see, our first task has two downstream tasks, task 2 and task 3. So I'll start with this. I'll write here our first task and it has two downstream tasks, task 2 and task 3. Now we have created this portion of graph. I'll just refresh my DAG. You can see I have task 1 and it has now two downstream tasks. Still we have task 4 and task 5 are independent of this graph. I'll try to set them. So task 4 is downstream of task 2 and task 3. So now I'll write task 2 has downstream task 4 and task 3 also has downstream task 4. Okay, now check again UI. I'll refresh it and you can see we have task 5 is still a separate graph, but task 1, task 2, 3 and 4 they are linked to each other. Now the last part is task 5 which is downstream of task 4. So I'll set that 4 has task 5 is downstream, and now our graph is ready. You can see I'll give it a trigger and you can see this has succeeded now. So everything run as expected in the right order. One thing keep in mind, in DAG you cannot have cycle. So this is a cyclic graph, so you cannot have cycle. Can we make it better? I think we can make it better little bit. We have, you can see here repetition. So task 1, task 1. What we can do, we can write it like task 1 has dependencies. We can pass the list here, task 2 and task 3, and we can just comment out this part. I'll try to refresh again. You can see still we are getting it in right order. Can we do again bit better? I think we can do, because you can see task 2, task 3 has task 4. So here also you can see duplicate. So you can make it better. I'll write here our task 2 and task 3 has downstream task 4, and then I'll comment out these two lines. You can see like still we are getting same result. So you can do this optimization. Can we make it even better? I think you can make it. So if I'll set this as a task 4, this should work, because again this is like equivalent. So I'll just and let's go to Airflow UI. You can see still you have like same result. Now again you can see we have task 4 is a duplicate here. So I'll just add it here, task 5, and then I'll comment out this one. Again I'll restart my Airflow. I'll go to UI. We will have same result. I'll give it a run, and then I'll go to UI. You can see task 5 is running. It has succeeded now. So everything running in expected order.